So we've rounded up the crown, the pleating of the crown. We've rounded up the pleating of the crown now. So I'm just going to fit the crown on the base. Let's fit the crown on the base right now. So our crown is ready to be fitted on the base. So okay, these are base, and this is the already pleated crown. This is the front of the crown, pleated crown. So for me to do the finishing now, I'm moving to the on the finishing of the autogilly, the multiple pleated autogilly. So for me to do that, I have to place the base on the head, set it, and clip it to the back like this. After securing it that way, then you move it and check that there's no opening in front. There's no opening in front. Just flatten your the top of the crown, and then place the crown on the base. Set it in such a way that both ends of the crown gets to the back of the neck like this. So after setting it, it's not like it shouldn't be tilted to one side. So you shouldn't have one side this way and the other this way. So both of them should get like equal ends of the back like this. Then after doing that, you use a mirror. Look at the mirror and tie it. So I'm going to tie it this way for the base. So after the first tie, you knot it a second time. You tie it, then knot it a second time. So I've knotted the. So now looking at the mirror now, I will set it the way I want it to look. So just take a mirror, keep looking at the mirror, then set which is the other end, the ears of the gilly. You set it to. You keep pleating it. This is how you just create folds. You create folds here for it to look like a real gilly. So this is enough. I've created the folds now. So you can see I have excess fabric. So this excess fabric, I'll fold it. Now all the folds I created, I make sure that is not going to be on the tie. So this is where my tie is. You can see the tie, and now this is where the ears of my gilly, that is the edges of the top crown ends, this point. So I'll make sure that I don't let it get to the tie, because I'll be sewing it down at this point here. So after setting that, I can look at the mirror again and make sure that the ends of the top of the crown looks okay. From what I can see, it's not bad. So I'll take a pin and use a pin to secure it down. So I'll just use a pin to hold it down. Okay. So after doing that, I'll repeat the same procedure for this side. So I'll take the other end of the part that I call the ear area, which is the top part of the top crown of the crown, the top part of the crown. So folding it to the desired length I want. Then I'll create like some gathers, just few gathers, maybe one or two. Create some gathers here. I hope you can see. Okay, let me do it this way so you can see it. So try to create some form of gathers, like one or two small gathers. Then I'll look at the mirror and make sure that it looks okay. Now what I have here, I'll compare it to the other end. At least from my view, they should both look like the same like height downwards. They should be on the same plane, like on the same platform. One shouldn't be longer than another. So that's just what I'm trying to explain here. So after doing this, and I see that probably they are okay, or if one is longer, I can just adjust it to for both of them to look alike. Then I'll secure it with a pin. Then you see I have excess of this fabric, so I'll fold it to the point whereby it's off the tie. Don't forget that this is your tie. The one you knot, the knots. This is your tie here. So make sure you don't tack the ends of the top of the crown, which is this. Don't tack it to the tie at all. Because if it's sewed to the tie, that means you can't loosen the tie. So I'll pin it down. Just secure it with an office pin or anything you can use to hold it. So that way I'll have this. This is what it looks like on my head. After I've secured it down with a pin, the pin came off, so I'm just trying to secure it properly. It's okay now. So this is what I'll have. So I will take out the gele from my head, then so I've taken it out now. So I'll use the needle and thread to hold the point down. So this way I'll remove the crown, the base rather, from the crown. So now I can now sew down this point that I pinned. Now this is the point that I pinned down while it was on my head. From what you can see that this part, which I call the ear area, because it's around the ears, is the top of the crown that goes towards the tie. Now this part, as you can see, I have excess of fabric. It's better for you to have excess of fabric than to have not enough fabric. So I'm going to tack this part down this way. So before I take off the pin, I will hold this place down like this. Be careful so it doesn't hurt you. Shower, baby. Shower. I did shower. Okay. I did shower. Please get me the plier, that plier, the yellow plier. Okay. Thank you. So I'm trying to, hold the point at which you can see my office pin is still down there. So, okay. So I'm going to make sure that all my tacking here doesn't exceed the points where I have the safety pin holding it. So after holding it down, maybe with the needle and thread like once or twice, then I can go to sewing. Then I can sew this point. Yeah, good. So I'll do the same thing I did here, the same tacking. I'll do it here. I need to fix thread on this needle so I can be able to use it. So I'll just fix thread. You double the thread when you want to use the big needle, so it can have good grip on the gilly. Okay, so I'll secure this other side the same way I did the first side, but bearing in mind that wherever I'm going to hold down mustn't get to where the tie is. I shouldn't get to the point of the tie. I can still see the point where my pin is. So my cuts, where I'm going to cut off the excess fabric is at that point where I have the pin. That's the point where I'll cut off the excess fabric. So, but first, I try to secure the gathers I created to the ends of, close to the ends of the tie. So I'm just trying to secure it down, you know, using the needle and thread, so that I can actually cut off and sew the edge. Okay, I'm done with that. So the next thing before I start sewing with the sewing machine, now you can see this is the tie, and now this is the extended ends of the top of the crown here, and this is this extended end that is going to give us the fan look of the top of the crown. So it's this way. So before I do the sewing, I need to first cut this extended tie. This is too long and it will keep flapping to the back, so you can't leave this way. So what I'll do is this. I look at it. Now the tie for me shouldn't go beyond like this level. So I'll give a cut to the point I want it to be. At least I want the tie to be like here. I want it to get to like this point. So this way it won't flap backwards. So this is what I'll do, because if I cut this way, I'll need to still fold in about 1 inch in to do the hemming of the cut. So that's why I'll have to put the 1 inch to this point. So I want the cut to end here, but I'll leave 1 inch for the hemming. So I'll cut it around here. Make sure I put it on the other ends and give it the similar cuts. Like this. Okay, so this way I can loosen here, but please mark the part where you want to cut before you loosen up. So I already have the marked out part of where I'm going to cut off from the tie. As you can see, this side is longer than this side. The reason is because when you're tying, one hand is usually longer than the other one for the kind of tie we have for gilly, for auto gilly. One hand is a bit longer than the other one. So now I'll cut off the excess that I don't want. On both ends. Then I will hem it down using the sewing machine. So now you can either hem it this way or the other way around, but what you should bear in mind is that whichever way you're hemming, make sure that it's even on both sides of the tie. So if I hem out this way, on the other end I should make sure that I'm hemming out too, so that it's to look neat and even. So I'll just fold in twice. You're hemming, you fold in twice, fold in 0.5 and then the second time 0.5. That's about 1 inch into the fabric. Then I'll sew using the sewing machine. Okay. So after sewing, try to cut off all the extending threads so that your job will be very neat, because the neatness of your job has a very big role to play in the sales. So I'll do for this other end, for the tie. You can see this is the tie, and this is the end of the top of the crown, which will form the ears of the otogele. So I'll do the same thing. And for this side, I want to fold to the same direction. So the direction of this is outwards. So this one too, I'll do it outwards. Okay. So it's opposite here. So I'm folding out this way. Then I'll sew. Well done, Oga videographer. Well done, manager, technical advisor. Well done, sir. Okay, so I'm done hemming both ends now. You can see we've hemmed the ends of the tie. So the next thing I'll do is to hold the ears. I call this the ears, which is the edge. Okay, let me show you what I mean. You see, this is a finished I pulled off my thread. Okay, this is a finished otogele. Okay, so now I just want to use this to explain. So this is where I call the ears. This part is the ears. So this is the tie. So you don't want the tie to be too long in such a way that it's flapping. No, if it's too long, it will be flappy like this, and you don't want it to flap. So now, so that's why you need to cut your tie before you start sewing. So this is what I have for this mint green otogele. So this is what I have, and you can see the sewing is on the same side. So now this is where the major work of the finishing is. This part, for you getting this part. You see, a lot of people that make otogele find it difficult to come out with this finishing, and this finishing is what makes your otogele looks like real hand tie. This finishing, because when you tie a real gele, most of the time your ashoke comes in this form, looks like this most of the time. So, and this looks really hand tie. So I'm going to explain, how we can achieve this outcome. So this is the extended ends of the top of our crown. Now, after placing this gele on the head, we use pin to secure it. You see that point that is secured with the pin? I'll take off the pin gently and hold that point. Now I will cut out about half an inch, or probably half an inch from that point, or probably one inch from that point. The reason is because you're going to be hemming, and for hemming you need about 1 inch so that you can fold it twice. So this is where I can leave about 1 inch from this point, cut here. Okay, like this. So after cutting, then I'll fold to form my hemming. So my accessories, the embellishments is here. So my folding is going to be like opposite of it. So I'll be folding to the back. So I'll hem it to the back. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'll double fold about 0.5 twice. So I've folded twice. Now I'm ready to sew, but the problem is that my hemming fold is close to where I have the